Hey y'all, welcome back to Liam's Tips and Tricks. Tonight I wanted to quickly go over the new event that they came out with yesterday, the Autumn Monster Hunt. I've seen some pretty serious potential pitfalls while doing this event, so I wanted to go ahead and give you some tips to trying to help anybody finish this thing, because it's going to be a pretty epic journey unless Nexon is nice and starts giving us a whole lot of raid flags in our characters' inventories, and they would have to give us lots for us to be able to finish all three of these. So starting right away, in the event, Grovis, the prizes that he gives are all polished chests. Caligo gives you jewel chests, and Gigantus will give you rune chests. All three of them will give you a few raid flags, but all three of them give the same amount, and it all gives exactly 12 and no more. So once you actually hit the 4,000 point tier, it stops giving you raid flags, and that's pretty much it. So as far as point scoring goes, you get 10 points for clearing the raid, 30 points for evading 5 times, 30 points for achieving damage rank 1, and 40 points to clear the raids without taking damage. And the point standings are exactly the same for all three of them. So in my opinion, your best bet is to go for the low-level raids. And the reason is because you have a much higher chance of being able to clear the raid, achieve the damage rank 1, and clear it without taking any damage, giving you a total of 80 points per attempt. In my opinion, one of the other first things you're going to want to do is pick one of the 3 that you want to complete. Because chances are really good you're not going to be able to complete all 3 unless, like I said earlier, Nexon gives us almost literally hundreds of raid tickets. So what I would suggest for, let's say, Grovis is to go to Quick Join, and when you do this, just make sure that you are the highest power player in. And hopefully you actually get a team together. The reason that you want to be the highest power player is because you want to be able to deal the most damage, and just avoid getting hit, and then you're good. Okay, it looks like I'm not going to get anybody else, so it might just be me and this really, really small guy. Oh, there we go, there's 2. Good. There we go. And to be honest, the other 2 monsters are actually much, much easier to complete quickly than Grovis is. There we go, he's in the air. And this is why Grovis is a pain. Because all you can do is sit here and throw spears at him, and hopefully you have enough people hit him to take him out. And you just gotta avoid the fire, because even if you get 1 point of damage, then you miss out on that 40 points, and the points definitely matter in this event. There we go, and he's dead. Alright. And that's basically how to score 80 points quickly for the event on Grovis. Now, the reason that you don't want to, you may not, it's up to you, depends on how much time you have, and how quick you are. It gets more difficult if you do the higher tier, the higher level bosses, because then you run more of a risk of taking damage and losing that 40 points. Caligo and Gigantus are both really simple, and you can just create a party and do it solo, as long as you're at least, say, 1.5 million, 2 million, somewhere in there. If not, then just go ahead and make a party. And of course I accidentally picked Grovis level 1, so unfortunately I have to suffer through this here. I'm just not even gonna. Alright. I hate it when it does that. Like, you go to start one, and then it automatically reverts you back to whichever one that you had just finished. So let's try that again. Okay, so Caligo, create party, and just do it solo. So the trick I do with this is you basically just want to bust his armor real quick. There we go. And then hit your ultimate, and that should finish it off. There we go. As long as, and you can do that pretty consistently with 2 million power, no problem. And Gigantus is similar. The only thing you have to watch out for with Gigantus is his special skill that will basically interrupt your skill. And, you know, when they have the purple flames on them, the only thing that gets around that is your ultimate skill. So when if you see him start shooting purple flames, when you start to hit him, just hit your ultimate skill and you'll cut right through it. Okay, as far as the numbers go, there we go. I've got 120 points on Caligo, whatever. So, once again, the maximum points that's needed to complete one of these is 10,000. So even if you do follow my advice and go for the low ones, and you're able to get 80 points every single raid that you do, and you never take any damage on the lower level ones, then it will still take 125 raids in total. Now, granted, it does give you 12 raid flags for free, so you get 12 chances for free. That drops it down to 113 times at 80 points per raid in order to max this event out for one monster. So, following the other two, that would be a total of 339 raids that you would have to do within the next, almost 11 days. But even when the event started, it was still exactly 12 days, and there's basically no way. So even to do 113 raids, and just, burning the extra 12 free ones that you get, 113 raids, if you only did 4 per day, it would take you 28 days to be able to finish this event. So, even if you do 8 per day, say 4 in the morning, 4 at night, it would still take you 14 days to complete this event and get 10,000. So you basically need to do a minimum of 10 raids per day in order just to be able to finish one of the 3 monsters in the event. So just keep that in mind when you start doing this, because it's going to definitely become a huge chore. So I'm really hoping that Nexon does go ahead and give us a lot of raid tickets as time goes on here, because I have a feeling everybody who's playing the game who isn't going to dump a lot of gems just to do raids is going to need those extra raid tickets in order to complete this. But that's just my suggestion. If you do have a strong enough character, say like 4 million or so, then you can also get to the point where you basically just one-shot Gigantus. Gigantus is probably the quickest and easiest one, which I'll show you right now. just as a parting shot. And there we go, he is dead. That's it. But obviously, if you don't have this kind of power, then it does take a little bit more effort. But I still do it on my 2 million power alts, no problem, and I'll still complete it within about 10 seconds. So anyway, I hope that helps. Hope that sheds some light on this this event. If you do want to go ahead and get it finished, then, like I said, my suggestion would definitely be to stick to the first 3 levels of monsters after picking one particular one that you really want to complete. For myself personally, I'm going to go ahead and do Grovis for the long run, because I have plenty of jewels and runes from fishing, which is another video that I will have to go ahead and finish out and post for y'all. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful night. Happy hunting.